Ladies and gentlemen, good day and welcome to grade 11 paper 2 technical sciences memo discussion. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for all the hard work you've been putting in. I hope our learners did well in this particular paper. But before I can get into the discussions of this particular memo, maybe let me ask Mr. Modolo kindly greet me back such that I know I am audible enough and we can be able now to exchange in terms of the audio thereof.
I can hear you, sir.
Thank you very much, Mr. Modolo. Ladies and gentlemen, without wasting any time, let me also take this opportunity to thank the examiners of this paper, which is Mr. C4 and the moderator is Ndadenzi. However, I will be taking you through the discussion of this particular paper. It's just 75 marks, ladies and gentlemen. It should not take us that long, but let's hope that we do justice to it. Without wasting any time, ladies and gentlemen, let me go straight into it. For question 1, ladies and gentlemen, it was just a multiple choice questions. We have not received any issues relating to question 1. So 1.1D, 1.2C, 1.3A, 1.4D, and then 1.5A. And the total of question 1, ladies and gentlemen, it's 10 marks. So when I was going through it, I also honestly didn't find any vague question or any issues relating to the options given in the multiple choice. If there are any, kindly feel free to raise your hand and then we can deliberate more on that. Now for question 2, ladies and gentlemen, it says diagram A and B below represents two systems with a cylinder and an enclosed equal mass of a gas at different temperatures. At 2.1, state the first law of thermodynamics in words. So we are going to have part marking, ladies and gentlemen, on this one. The first mark is for a learner saying when heat is transferred to the system, that will be a mark. It can be used to increase the internal energy of the system and do work on the environment. That will now be another mark. So be on the lookout for part marking. However, ladies and gentlemen, our learners will not give out this definition as it is here. Kindly check for the keywords and also check for the correct context, because now we do not want to penalize unnecessarily and we end up having learners now failing to go to grade 12. So let's be considerate. They might just want to say it in their nice English, but check the relevance as well as the context thereof. Or, ladies and gentlemen, the change in the internal energy of the system is equal to the sum of the heat added and the work done on the system. This is now when they are trying to use the equation to actually explain this first law of thermodynamics. The biggest challenge, again, ladies and gentlemen, I must say, is we do not have an exam guideline for grade 10 and 11. So we are relying on textbooks to give us these definitions. So if you come across a definition of a learner that is somehow from a source that you know, kindly let's credit that. However, for the second option, ladies and gentlemen, we do not have part marking. We do not have part marking, so for this one here will be now 2 or 0, ladies and gentlemen. So let's just be on the lookout for that. 2.2, define the following. 221, thermodynamic system. It is a portion of matter, 2 marks. 222, define the term surrounding. It's anything outside the system which has some bearing on the behavior of the system. That will now be part marking. Anything outside the system, 1 mark. Bearing on the behavior of the system, 1 mark. But believe you me, ladies and gentlemen, it's an open-ended question. We will get very different answers from these learners. So let's just check the context of it, especially when they try to answer in terms of how they understand the science thereof. 2.3, in a diagram A, the system absorbs 5,000 joules of heat from the surrounding, and in the diagram B, 4,500 joules of work is done. 231, which diagram A or B represent the system at high temperature? Write only A or B. So the correct answer is A, 1 mark. 232, explain the answer with the reference to the position of the piston and the energy absorbed to move or remove removed from the system. Ladies and gentlemen, 231 and 232, we are not going to apply negative marking. So no negative marking. Yes, I understand you will say now, but the learner will be giving reasons for an incorrect answer. Ladies and gentlemen, we call it benefit of the learners. So this is now the final examination. Let's try to assist them the best possible way we can. And however, considering the arrangement of the timetable, it was putting these learners under a lot of pressure. So let's not apply negative marking. So if 231 is incorrect, please consider the reasons given at 232. As heat energy is added to the system, the gas expands, 1 mark. And then the second one will be now the piston moves upwards, 2 marks. 233, calculate the heat transferred to the system in the diagram B if the change in the internal heat of the system is now 500. Ladies and gentlemen, 1 mark for the formula, the correct formula that is from the formula sheet. Substitution of 500 joules, substitution of 4,500, and the manipulation thereof to get the final answer, which is now Q is equals to 5,000 joules with the correct SI unit, 4 marks. 234, the learner argues that in diagram B, the system is doing work on the surrounding. Is the learner correct? Write only yes or no. The correct answer, 234, the correct answer is no. Explain 235. Explain the answer in 234 by referring to the amount of heat and the work that is done. Also, ladies and gentlemen, no negative marking. Heat absorbed is greater than the work done, 2 marks. Please check the context of the learner. As long as we have an emphasis that heat that is absorbed is more, they can use words like more than. Greater than is already here, larger than. As long as we understand that the heat that is absorbed, ladies and gentlemen, it's bigger than the work done. So just check the context. Any word, ladies and gentlemen, that emphasizes that heat absorbed is more or is greater, we will accept and give 2 marks. Ladies and gentlemen, question 2, the total there, it's 16 marks. Any questions, please? Suggestions, inputs? I do not see any hands or any comments in the chat. Okay, somebody, yes, Mr. Motolo. Mr. Mutolo. Okay, Motewo, teacher Hidadale.
Sir?
Yes, your hand is up. Questions, inputs.
Oh, yes, yes. It is on 2.3.5. I would say it's an input about the reason why the the system is doing work on the surroundings. But it's actually on 2.3.3, the calculation.
The calculation 233. Yes, sir.
Yes, the calculation. Yes, because um, I just want to maybe correct my understanding with the formula. That the work done there is substituted as negative, and that we sometimes put it as positive. I would say because when the work is done on the system, when you say it's on the system, is positive, and when it's done by the system, it will be negative there. So in some of the activities in the textbook there. So uh, my feeling from the question itself, they're saying, I think we're going to get learners, some of them substituting the 4,500 as positive, some of them as negative. And um, the correct way to put it is to, if it's positive, it's on the system. If it's negative, it's by the system. But as I was just reading the question there above, it says there 5,000 joules of heat from the surrounding. So that means that the heat is absorbed, so it will be positive
It will be
heat.
positive
But
heat.
yes, and when you go to the work, it says in the diagram 4,500 joules of work is done. Now, from the statement, there's no is it's done on the system or by the system. And I feel that because of that, it was unclear of us whether it should be positive or negative there from the statement, as opposed to as we do them in the class in from the textbook in classworks there.
I fully agree, sir. So let's
Yes,
just
yes.
say we will accept both
Okay.
because of now the
Yes,
statement being very, very
yes.
vague.
Thank you,
So,
sir. Thank you. All right.
but
Mm.
now when we do this, it means our final answer will be
Negative
4,000, negative 4,000.
4,000 joules. Yes, yes.
Negative 4,000 joules, and then we say therefore Q is equals to 4,000 joules. Mark allocation, one for the formula, one for that, and one for the final answer. They must not leave
Oh,
their answer as negative.
okay. All
Thank
right.
you.
All right. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you very much. And Tatemotolo, thank you very much for the input. Moteo Hidadale teacher.
Sorry, sir, I wanted to ask the same question.
Okay. Thank you very
You
much.
answered it.
Are you happy, Mayor
Thank you.
Rajkumar?
Yes, I'm happy. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very
Excuse
much.
me, sir.
Thank you very much. Let's go and look now into question 3. With question 3, ladies and gentlemen, it says define the following. 311 specific heat capacity is the amount of heat energy required to increase the temperature of 1 kg of a substance by 1 degree Celsius or 1 Kelvin. So also, ladies and gentlemen, let's be on the lookout for part marking. The amount of heat energy required to increase the temperature of 1 kg and then of a substance by 1 degree Celsius. 312 heat capacity is the amount of heat required to increase the temperature of the whole substance by 1 degree Celsius. Also, ladies and gentlemen, part marking, let's be on the lookout for that. 3.2, calculate the amount of energy required to raise the temperature of 100 gram of water from 20 degrees Celsius to 60 degrees Celsius. Take the heat capacity of water as 200 joules per Kelvin. Then, ladies and gentlemen, the only thing that is missing here, it is just a bracket. 1 mark for the equation, 1 mark now for substitution of 200, and then 1 mark for the change in temperature, and the final answer is 8,000 joules. 333 or 3.3 rather, a 50-gram sample of aluminium is heated from 25 degrees Celsius to 75 degrees Celsius using 500 joules of energy. Calculate the specific heat of aluminium. Then, ladies and gentlemen, we have the equation, 1 mark, 500 substitution, 1 mark. The substitution, everything there, it's for the substitution of everything here, ladies and gentlemen, that will be 1 mark, and the final answer of 200 joules per kg per Kelvin, 1 mark, and that is now 4 marks. 3.4, provide reasons why insulation materials with high specific heat capacity can be preferred as a choice in the surround construction of buildings. The reason for that is they absorb and store heat in order to reduce temperature fluctuations. And the total, ladies and gentlemen, of question 3, it's now 14 marks. Questions, inputs, and suggestions, please. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I don't see any hands or anything in the chat. Then let's quickly move now to question 4. At question 4, learners are provided with apparatus and the solution below to conduct electrolysis of copper chloride solution. 4.1, use the apparatus in the chemical given in the table above to draw a labeled diagram of the electrolytic cell. Indicate the following: anode, cathode, polarity of both anode and cathode, positive and negative charges present in the electrolyte, movement of electrons in the external cell. Here is the cell that the learners can draw. So the marking criteria is very clear, ladies and gentlemen. Cathode connected to the negative terminal of the battery, then you can award a mark for that. Anode connected to the positive terminal of the battery, 1 mark for that. Polarity of both electrodes correctly indicated. Polarity positive, negative, these two combined, ladies and gentlemen, 1 mark. The correct ions, for both ions being correct, ladies and gentlemen, 1 mark. The final mark, okay, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then it says direction of the electron flow. The electrons are flowing in this direction from anode to cathode. Then it means 5 marks, and then the last mark is that 2 cells are shown, ladies and gentlemen. So for having the cell there also will be another mark. So this will be easy to mark because the marking criteria has been given. 4.2, write down 2 safety precautions to be followed in performing the experiment. Wear protective clothes, wear goggles, avoid spillage of chemicals. Ladies and gentlemen, they are going to give us a lot of different answers. Let's just check the relevancy in terms of this practical of electrolysis. Anything that you feel and believe it's correct and in this respect of electrolysis of copper, please award a mark. 4.3, state the energy conversion that will take place in the cell. Electrical energy to chemical energy. Ladies and gentlemen, we can put now the word energy in brackets. If it's not there, it's okay. The learner can just say electrical to chemical. Let's award 2 marks, ladies and gentlemen, because already the question has the word energy in it. So let's just accept electrical to chemical. We will accept. 4.4, what contribute to the blue color of copper iron chloride? For 2 marks, it is the presence of the copper ions. If the word ions is not there, ladies and gentlemen, it cannot be correct. The presence of copper ions is the one that contributes to the blue color of copper chloride solution. 4.5, what is the function of the battery in the cell? Is to supply electrical current. Ladies and gentlemen, let's accept electrical energy. Let's also accept to supply power source, something like that. So let's also accept that, ladies and gentlemen, because they are not going to say exactly that it is giving us electrical current. So if they say to supply electricity, let's also accept. It is one of those blue notes that we can easily accept. Now at question 4.6, define the following 461 electrolysis. Electrolysis, ladies and gentlemen, is defined as the decomposition of a substance when an electric current is passed through it. Or we can either say the process whereby electrical energy is converted into chemical energy, and 2 marks. A reducing agent. A reducing agent is a substance that undergoes oxidation. 2 marks, ladies and gentlemen. It is true or 0. Write down the following. 471, formula of the oxidizing agent. Cu2 plus, 2 marks. Reduction half cell, Cu2 plus 2 electrons, giving us Cu. Ladies and gentlemen, if the learner uses double arrow, maybe I must write it down, uses double arrow, let's agree it is 1/2. Any other thing will be incorrect. 1/2. And this, let's apply it also to 473. If the learner uses a double arrow, let's just give 1, provided that everything is correct. If they omit a charge, obviously everything will be wrong, because if it's Cu plus, not Cu2 plus, it means that a half cell reaction, it's not correct, ladies and gentlemen. So only if everything is correct, but the learner somehow used now double arrow, ladies and gentlemen, let's award 1/2. Write down the oxidation half cell, 2Cl minus 1 mark, Cl2 plus 2 electrons, 1 mark. But for us to mark, ladies and gentlemen, the reactants, the arrow must be there. So we must not go and hunt for Cl everywhere. The Cl must be Cl minus, sorry, must be supported now with what? With the correct arrow or the correct direction of the arrow. Ladies and gentlemen, at 474, the balanced net cell for this reaction. Everything should be correct and as well as balanced for 3 marks. 2 marks for the correct, 1 mark for the correct reactants, 1 mark for the correct products, and 1 mark for balancing. No marking criteria from this because they actually feeds now from 472 and also 473. 4.8, write down the oxidation number of the underlined atoms in the following molecules. SiO2, it is a minus 2 marks. Then 482, we agreed, ladies and gentlemen, that we are going to underline Cl, and if we underline Cl, the correct answer there, it is a +5, and then it is going to be 2 marks. 483 P4 0, 2 marks, and then 484 K2 Cr2O7, and then for the oxidation number of Cr2 there will now, or Cr will now be +6, and the total of question 4 is 35 marks, and the total of the paper is 75 marks. Ladies and gentlemen, questions, inputs, suggestions relating now to question 4. Thank you very much. Then, ladies and gentlemen, let me just ask Mr. Motolo to give us now a reflection of 2023 and everything, and maybe wish us now to go and rest and work extremely hard. Just words of encouragement, Date Motolo, for the year 2023, as that now this is our final and last meeting for the year.
Yeah, all right, Mr. Rabari. Thank you very much and greetings to everyone, colleagues. I wish you all the best with completing your marking and enjoy your holidays. All the best of luck with the 2023 results next year. And I just wish everyone a good rest. It was a good year, tough one, but we made it through. And I wish everyone a good holidays and good luck with results of Grade 12 come next year. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Nambani, for everything.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. With that being said, on behalf of myself and the Department of Free State Department of Education, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. May the great bless you, protect you, and give you strength to actually do more. May He bless you with everything that your heart desires, and all the best for the rest of the year. And we will be patiently waiting for the results of 2023 matrix results, but I believe we will do well. Ladies and gentlemen, just a kind reminder, and that at Silwane there's a register that we must now complete, ladies and gentlemen. For those that are unable to be with us at this present moment, there's a recording also available on YouTube as we speak, and I hope we will meet again soon. Ladies and gentlemen, have a lovely day.